Chidge. And this is the Chelsea Football Fancast. And I'm enjoying the show tonight. It's amazing what a 4-0 thrashing of Spurs can do for your general demeanour and health. And there we go. This is Dan Levine, who is from loads of places. This is Pablo.
This is from what?
This is from Pablo. This is Pablo, and this on my left. He's on the naughty step because we love him. It is Jonathan Kidd.
I think there's an added bounce to you tonight. Actually.
There is. I don't know what it is. Maybe I had some of that stuff that Eto'o was snorting.
Vic Sinex.
That's right. Yeah. Actually, it's what's that cold? When you get a cold, it's first defence.
Doesn't work.
First defence.
Cameroonian marching powder.
Cameroonian marching powder. I'm sure. Have you checked that with our lawyer?
Ask him, he's next to you.
Okay, all right, we will in a minute. Anyway, we should shut up and stop rambling on like I do love to do. But this is the fannies, and this is great fun because this is where we have our man of the match, our chant of the match, our Guinness moment, and our celery moment. And, we like to kind of have a bit of a chat about that and vote on it. But, of course, now we've got a wonderfully sexy, beautifully formed new website, chelseafancast.com. You can go on there and you can vote yourselves. I will nominate the 3 people for each category or things for each category, and then you can vote on them before the show. But sadly, the vote has now finished because it's past 7:30. But, if you have voted, thank you very much for doing so. Now, the first one, of course, is Man of the Match. And the nominations this week are, and I think this is drawn largely from Ross's player ratings, although I reserve the right of veto, which is why Barr does not get a sniff. Eto'o obviously does get a sniff because he is definitely nominated for his performance. I thought he was cracking this week. Matic, there you go. There's Eto'o looking, I don't know,
suitably
really
celebratory.
And Matic not putting a foot wrong and showing Kabul how to play football. He gets a mention, and of course, last but by no means least, is the lovely Cesar Azpilicueta, who seems to be trying to leap all over his teammates there in his wonderfully formed orange boots. So there you go. So those are our nominations. I would love to know what the esteemed gentlemen around this table have to say about all of that.
Me?
No pressure,
Esteemed?
Dan.
You're asking me?
Yeah. I thought it'd be nice to you for a change.
Thanks. I'm going to go Sam Eto'o.
You're going to go Eto'o?
Yeah.
I usually have a pretty convincing answer for this, but I'm just not sure this week.
It is a toughie, Pablo.
And even on the nominations, because it was just a solid all-round performance.
I mean, I was tempted to put Oscar in there. I was going to have Oscar in there because I actually did think he turned the game round when he came on. He made the difference.
I know that shot over the bar there was a bit rubbish.
It was comedy, wasn't it?
Rugby.
That nearly got into Celery, but more of that later.
Gone by then,
but I mean, he didn't get in because I just felt the best 3 players on the pitch were those 3. They made the difference to me.
I'd probably go with Eto'o, to be honest.
You're going for Eto'o?
It's really difficult.
You're going for Eto'o. Johnny?
I'm going for Dave. I thought there was a wonderful moment where they attacked really quite well in the first half, where he ran the whole length of the pitch from the left-hand side to the right and made the tackle. It was a completely brilliant moment.
I mean, it does seem really odd, doesn't it, when you beat a team 4-0 and you have so much of your defence playing well and you can get a defender and a defensive midfielder.
I think it's due to the first half, though, because it was a bit of an average first half.
They were that
contained
good.
them, but,
Eto'o round the table. Benches, what do you reckon?
Well, John, if you're going to pull out an individual thing, what about Eto'o came back to left back at one point? Shirley
What
was
about
there.
telling us who you're voting for, you muppet?
I was just going to add something to it, give a reason. I was going to say Eto'o, because I thought Matic played well, and I think that Cesar played well, but I do think Eto'o did make a difference, especially for the first 2 goals and everything. They're doing 10 minutes.
I'm going to award you man of the match for not ever having to breathe.
He was going all over the place as well. Eto'o was covering everywhere.
Actually, I agree with you, but I'd like Dave to win it for a challenge, because he never does.
Hang on, David Coleman style, what is the results? I'm going to now read the results of the vote, because unfortunately, Darren, whatever we say doesn't count anymore. 3rd place, Eto'o with 25%. I hate you all. 2nd place, Cesar Azpilicueta with 31%.
It's going to be Matic.
Really?
Nemanja Matic, surprisingly, I know, there's a real turn up for the books there, but Matic gets it, 44%. But I tell you what, Pablo was spot on. That is tight. 25%, 44%, 31%. That's pretty tight and even, which just goes to show that we were right. What do you think about that, Daz? That's tight, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Diane's the only one that's actually a Mixler to say Matic, so she's about the only one that agrees with everyone. Well
done for reminding me. You see this beautifully formed, almost fitting polo shirt that I have? I'm not going to stand up because then you would see that there are parts of it that do not fit. But that's my fault, Diane. And yes, you're right, I do need to go on a diet, but it basically fits, isn't it, Yusuf?
Yeah.
It's basically fitting.
Yusuf fits
She
better.
said that, not me.
Yeah, it's basically fitting. So I'd like to say thank you. Back on me, please, and then I can show you this lovely logo. Carefree in the UAE, or CFC 1905, just so we don't forget the birthday. Carefree in the UAE there. And it's got stuff. It's got the camel up here. The Chelsea badge here, and the camel's in the back. But you can't see the back, but never mind. But thank you, Diane. Thank you, Yusuf, for bringing over, and thank you everybody. Carefree in the UAE and the Loca Bar in Dubai, and I miss it. I'd love to come back there soon. I think it's fantastic. Now, we've got Chant of the match, and I'll be quick because I've been wrapping on as I always do. Right, the nominations for Chant of the match are this week the One Step Beyond, which was bouncing around at the end of the match. See, I always love a bit of that. I always think that when you get one step beyond at the end of the game, it's been a good day.
Except when City nick it from us.
Yeah, well, they can jog on. It's not their song, mate. I mean, if I was Suggs and Woody and Bushers, I would sue them for copyright
Get an injunction.
I would get an injunction out. How dare they? Anyway,
to stop Mancunians from singing your song.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I think that any court in the land would vote in their favour.
Have you ever thought of going into law, Chidge?
Yes, many a time. Yeah,
He just wants complete control of everything.
Yeah, I'd be like Judge Dredd. It'd be great, wouldn't it? Yeah. Judge Chidge. It's got the same kind of menace about it.
Oh, it does. It's good.
Run!
I am the law.
I am Judge Chidge, the law.
Yeah, Jonathan's going to be playing me in the movie.
I'm not sure I like being between you two, by the way.
You like to hide at the end, don't you? Anyway, enough. Right. One step. No, because then you'll be back next to me and it'll all go Pete Tong again.
Yeah, it will.
Anyway, look, one step beyond, because I just think it's great when we have that. I thought the Williams song, this is probably genuinely the best chant of the match in many respects, because if you're going to sing the Williams song, you got to sing it when Williams playing for Chelsea against Tottenham.
Who does he hate again?
He hates Tottenham.
Really? Okay.
He hates Tottenham. But anyway, the thing about it, the real thing about it was the fact that it went on for 10 minutes in the
wonderful.
shed.
It was wonderful.
And that's proper, isn't it? I love that. So Williams' song gets a
They
vote.
got suitably demoralised, didn't they, in the away pen?
There's one more that I have to nominate, and that is the bouncy. Because apparently, not only were the Matthew Harding end
you're going to steal my thunder now.
Oh, go on. Go on.
Well, yeah, the fact that the bouncy spread over into the West Lower and...
The West Lower?
And almost, probably 50% of the West Lower were doing it, which quite...
I've never seen before.
No.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything.
So the West Lower were bouncing, the Shed obviously was bouncing, the Matthew Harding was bouncing.
East Upper?
Was the East Upper bouncing?
I'm not in the East Upper, I'm in the East Middle.
Okay, sorry, Jonathan.
And we didn't bounce.
What's the East Middle? No, why
we don't
not?
bounce, we don't do anything.
Why
we
didn't
just
you
go,
bounce?
oh look, we've scored. That's what we say.
You know what you remind me of?
Yes.
Now, don't take this the wrong way, folks. Not that I'm a fan of the Mexican wave, because I think it's odious beyond belief. But you remind me of the old buffers at Lord's who sit in the pavilion. When a Mexican wave kind of goes round, they sit there going... That's what you do when they're all bouncing.
I don't have to do that face, but yeah, I sit there like that.
I'm sorry, I thought I was playing you in the movie.
Yeah, well, okay.
I'm casting and all that. So there we go. So those are our three choices. Now, just to help you along, I don't know actually, maybe we'll have I'll tell you what we have. We're going to show you this little clip and then we'll come back to it. Maybe this will sway the vote, I don't know. But have a look at this, because this is from the lovely CFC unofficial who filmed this at the end of the match. That is a clue. Jonathan's got his own version there. Unbelievable. What I would like to say... Turn it off. What I would like to say about that is that you can definitely see that the East Middle was sitting there like this. You know, and what about... Pablo, you mentioned something on that clip.
Oh, yeah, the way it was written at the bottom, it looked like March beat Spurs 8-0, which I thought was quite funny.
10th of March, 1905, beat Spurs 8-0, what?
That's my finger pointing. Can I just stand up for the East Stand Middle? We don't all sit there like
Stand
that.
up
We don't
for
stand
the
up.
East Middle.
We don't.
Stand up.
But when we score, we go for it.
Do you?
Yeah.
How do
that's
you
the
go
big
for it?
thing.
Can you demonstrate how you would go for it?
Oh, I'll go for it. Okay.
No way. I'm not buying that from you.
We do.
Zimmer frames.
We
What are you talking
do.
about? Right, enough. We need the vote. Vote. What's the vote, gallery? What's winning? Third place? Third place Bouncy with 18%. That's a shambles.
No, nothing.
21% second place for One Step Beyond,
I
which
approve of that.
means
Yeah, I approve of that.
61% for the winning song. Yeah,
absolutely right.
I think, yeah, definitely.
It was brilliantly timed, the
Yeah.
Williams song. Absolutely brilliantly timed.
Definitely.
The fact it went on for 10 minutes was joyous. Joyous.
Definitely, I think so. I think we all approve of that, don't we? We all approve of that. Benches?
Walter Otten was only telling me on Friday night when I interviewed him at his party that he thinks people have gone off the Williams song.
Yeah.
I think that Saturday just proved that to be totally
Yeah.
untrue.
I think not much.
No.
It
We
helps,
love it.
it helps if he's on the pitch, doesn't it? If he's not on the pitch, if he
Willian
comes
or
on, you can
Walter?
sing it.
Willian or Walter? I'd like to see Walter on the pitch. Anyway, we've got to move on because we're running out of
another
time.
week.
Okay, no, right, Guinness moment time. There are 3 Guinness moments, obviously, and my selection are: we got a goal, we got a save, and we got something of genius. I wonder if you can guess what they would be. Well, the first one is Czech's save from Sandros, which I thought was just absolutely
Superb.
world class. Again,
World
kept
class.
us in the game at the time.
Fantastic.
He does it every week. We never
Fantastic.
mention it, and I'm gonna make it my mission in life to mention every week a world-class Czech save that he does every week.
Except he's a bit peculiar with corners
He is.
occasionally.
I won't mention that, obviously. Now, the other one is Eto'o's goal, because I just think that, I like that first
Double
goal.
nutmeg.
Exactly, Jonathan. Double nuts to you, mate.
Yeah.
I hope he called them. But I just think it was brilliant, because it was just a proper striker's goal, proper finish. An absolutely superb pass by Vertonghen, which shouldn't go unmentioned. It's just absolutely brilliant. But he finished it properly, like a proper striker, and we all know that it was the Epsom salts that helped. Now,
Like a proper striker.
like a proper
I
striker.
know. It's just old for Chelsea.
Yeah,
I know.
I think it's fair to say
Now,
Torres
last
would
but
better
by
and better, though. He was a bit rubby. He's been
but by
playing
no
in
means
Russia,
least, will you
hasn't
be
he?
quiet, because we were running out of time. Last but by no means least is Hazard's flick. He did this back flick to Eto'o.
Yeah, that was really good.
Which I just thought
Yeah.
was absolutely conking, so I'm really up for that. So out of those, which ones are you going to go for? You have to be quick, because we're running out of
Hazard.
time. Hazard for you.
What were they again?
Hazard's flick.
Yeah.
Eto'o's goal.
Eto'o's goal.
Okay, Eto'o's goal.
Eto'o's goal.
Eto'o's goal. So that's 2 for Eto'o's goal. I actually did go for Eto'o's goal, as it happens, so all of my love for Czech was obviously misplaced. Benches, very, very quickly, just generally.
We'll ask these two, they haven't said much. Chris and Yusuf, what's your thoughts?
I think Eto'o's goal.
Eto'o's goal,
goal.
Chris?
Eto'o's goal.
Yeah, there you go.
I'd
Now,
agree with them.
I wonder what the people said out there, the people that count. 22% of you went for Czech's goal, that's third place.
Check save.
Save, Czech save.
I think Czech's goal might have won.
It's very hard to speak of somebody in your ear and right at the same time, all right? Second place. Wow, Hazard's flick got 24% and is in second place.
Seems like Eto'o's goal to me.
Yeah. Unless it's a wild card
54%
that you
for
didn't tell us
Eto'o's
about.
goal. There we go. The people have spoken,
56%
and we agree with the people. We are the people, as they say in Rangers. Anyway, right. Finally, last but by no means least, don't tell me I've got 1 minute left. I've got 4. Thank you. Anyway, celery moment. I was worried then. I was
Go
about
on
to
with it then.
spontaneously combust. Yeah, but I've got time to waffle on now. So it's like, anyway, celery moment. Celery. I love this. There's some crackers this week, aren't there always? I mean, this is genuinely my favourite bit of the show, the celery moment. Can we just do like 2 hours of celery moments next week?
Yeah,
Yeah, if you want,
can I
yeah.
just put one in that isn't
Go on,
in there that
quickly.
deserves to win? We always beat Spurs and we always cripple one of their centre-backs in the process, and we did it with Ledley King a few years
Yes.
ago. We did it with Michael Dawson the other
Yes.
day, and it is hilarious because that is totally Chelsea.
It is, isn't it? That is true. And I mean, I thought at the time that they were saying he went off with a hamstring strain. I think he went off with twisted blood myself. But anyway, that was
He
also...
did play very well in the first half, Dawson.
Did he?
Got to give it to him,
I didn't
yeah.
notice that.
Yeah,
Right,
I
the
did.
celery moments are in no particular order, but this is just quality. We on this show love Walter Otten. We on this show nearly had Walter Otten on as well this week. Where we would have fitted him, I do not know. In fact, I do know, because if Walter had been on this show, he'd have been standing in front of the benches with his back to the camera, with his arms aloft, going, "He hates Tottenham! He hates Tottenham!" Now, you might not be able to pick him out, but if you look at that photograph, taken actually by Darren Mantle, as it happens, Walter is the bloke just in front of the flag, with his arms aloft, back to the pitch, and apparently he was doing that. I don't know, Darren, tell me.
I think from Demirbay's third goal onwards,
Yeah.
it was just. I'm not sure he watched any more of the match.
Yeah.
He fell over at one point as well. He had to be helped up by 2 other people, and he was standing in his seat just trying to get everyone going. But not that they needed anyone to get him going, but he still took it upon himself to do so. And I don't think he watched after Bars. I bet you didn't even see the 4th goal.
He's absolutely legend. I love Walter. I love him like a brother, and he has to get a mention. I know he's been mentioned for Celery nominations many times in the past, but that was just price. The second one is obviously a moment of sheer comedy by the fast becoming octogenarian comedic genius of Chelsea, and that is Eto'o for his goal celebration, taking the mick out of being an old man. Lovely stuff. So that's well deserved. Now the last, but by no means least, and I mean actually a lot of thanks have to go to 2 of the lads around here, and that would be Pablo and that would be Darren. But the European Cup flag got an unfurling on Saturday. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Bravo.
God, I love that. That makes me moist. That really does. Anyway,
Did it get on TV?
I don't know.
Apparently not.
I don't know,
Apparently
because they were probably in an advert break. But that is just brilliant. So many people remarked on it, and I've been very quick in the blog that I write about this. I said that Mr. X, he who must not be named, and Darren and Pablo in particular need massive thanks for that. And if you get a bit cross because it's going over your head, stop being so grumpy.
Can you explain, please? Why are they being mentioned? What was your? Was it
they
your flag?
they helped unfold
Yeah,
them.
unfold it. All right.
Yeah. So there we go. So those are
Just wait till Arsenal.
Oh, yeah. Well, there are more, but I can't say anything about that because I'll be shot if I tell you. But
Did
anyway.
you carry it into the ground as well?
Those are our 3 nominations. I'm just going to carry
Lives
on
in the ground,
regardless
isn't
of Jonathan talking. Those are our 3 nominations. I'd like to know what the boys around the table and the benches think.
I'm going for the flag. I love that flag.
Good man. I love the flag too.
Yeah, the flag because it worked, and we were all so stoked afterwards when we were taking it out because we knew it had worked, and it kind of set the
It
tone
did.
for the game.
Military
really.
precision, I see. I think Mr. X had you well sorted out there. Flag?
But why is he called Mr. X?
Because
He is.
That's what's on his birth certificate.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Let's spell
I'll introduce you to him one day. He's a lovely bloke.
Thank you.
But don't cross him. Anyway, see what I've done there.
Yeah,
I myself am voting for Walter Otten because I just love Walter, and I had to vote for him. Benches quickly because there's only a minute.
I'd say Eto'o's goal, so I like the fact that Vertonghen slip up and then the celebration as well as the actual goal itself.
That doesn't mean you have a minute. That
I'm
means
going
we have a
for
minute.
Andy and Dan, what do you 2 think?
Gallery, tell me the results while he's prattling on.
Flag and Walter, they've said it. Andy and Dan have spoken. Flag, Walter, I said that too. We've all gone for different things.
What? Not you, Ian.
Oh, we keep talking whilst you're doing that. Okay,
third position. Shush. Third position. Thank you. Walter Otten, 14%. Boo! I wanted that to win. Second place. No way! We've got a tie. That means I get a casting vote. Go on. Right, 43% for both Eto'o's goal celebration and the European flag, which means we have a tie. So we get the casting vote. Okay, out of Eto'o's goal celebration and the European flag, quickly shout out what you want.
Flag!
Eto'o's goal celebration.
Sounds like something out of Blackadder, doesn't it? This is Lord Melchett of the Chelsea FanCast proclaiming that the European flag is the winner of the Celery moment this week, and goodness me, is it deserved. I am so chuffed. Thank you everybody for voting, and make sure you do it again next week. Look out for the blogs on it. Vote early and vote often, as Dr. Mark would say. Now, after the break, we are going to be having a right old tear-up about a debate about club versus country.